Good evening, babies. Hi, babies. Good afternoon, good morning, whenever you find this. Hi, cuties. My little schmookums, my little baby butts, my little sugar butts. My little boogers, my little pickles, my cupcakes. How are you? I hope this video finds you well. This is a general message, so take what resonates, leave the rest. It is also timeless, so whenever you find it is the right time. Please use your own discernment and intuition. Roles can be reversed. So, someone's like outside shining a flashlight like directly into my window. So we're starting with distractions already. Very interesting. Oh, okay. So the download I'm getting from that is someone might be trying to like pull the wool over your eyes or like do a different distraction, because like I can't see the people behind the flashlight, but I can like hear someone laughing and they're like doing stuff. Someone's recording. Oh fuck yeah. There's like a dude like dancing and the chick is recording him. So I'm getting like someone's trying to like distract you or like blind you from like something happening behind the scenes. So we'll get into it. Okay, so the song I got on shuffle is Sun is Dark by Will K. Why keep you hiding when the sun is dark? It's something fine until you know where you are. Why keep you hiding when the sun is dark? Sun is dark. The number you have dialed is not available. Sun is dark. Why keep you hiding when the sun is dark? It's something fine until you know where you are. Why keep you hiding when the sun is dark? Sun is dark. Dark, dark, dark. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a cold-blooded, premeditated murder. The number you have dialed is not available. Sun is dark. Yeah, so I'm definitely getting there's some like behind the scenes shit that's like going on, especially now because like there's like lots of, oh my god, yes. Oh, they're like recording like videos for like TikTok or something. That's awesome. So okay, what I'm getting is like they might be like doing like dramatic things to like keep you from realizing what's happening behind the scenes, but it's obviously going to be exposed because like in the song it says, ladies and gentlemen, it was a cold-blooded premeditated murder. Like somebody's going to it's going to be exposed. It's going to be like televised, broadcasted like in some way. I'm not saying that it will be, but it's going to be exposed. It's going to be seen. The sun is dark. Sun is dark. I'm also seeing that with like an eclipse happening. So there's going to be like a big change. Like I'm seeing like during an eclipse, like the temp drops like significantly, like a big solar eclipse. I'm seeing that like the temperature dropping, things are getting cold. This person may have been cold on you, but then they're gonna be like, you know, it's gonna be obvious because they're something's gonna change up. Yeah, well, let's get into it. What is this about? What is this thing about? What is this secret? Okay, one more on that to clarify. Ooh, so we have a heart of gold and I'm afraid to get hurt. Interesting. Okay. Heart of gold and I'm afraid to get hurt. All right. We have yes at the bottom of the deck. And that's clarification because I was like, okay. Like I wanted to say like this person, someone may have been cold to you. They have been cold to you. Oh, okay. Total eclipse of the heart. So what's getting exposed and broadcasted is somebody was nice and cold to you, and that was like the dramatic energy. It's all coming together now. That was the dramatic, they were cold, they didn't give you compliments, or they like were breadcrumbing you or something like that because they were interested in you, or they like knew you were a real one. So they, because they were afraid to get hurt, they like acted like they weren't interested, or something of the sort. I'm also getting it might be like secret admirer type energy. It doesn't have to be like someone that was like you were in a connection with. It could just be like someone that saw you and they like stay far away because they're that's reminding me of the song Periscope by Papa Roach and Skylar Grey, I think her name is, where it's like, I'll love you through, because I know you have a heart of gold, but I have to like love you from afar because I'm scared to get hurt. Like, I'm getting both of you may have similar woundings, but they don't know that. They're just like aware that like you're a good person, or like it could be the real deal with you. And they're like, so they're hiding in the shadows, they're staying far away, they're loving you and watching you through like a periscope. They're watching you through from afar because they don't want to get close because they're afraid to get hurt. And that's a yes, that's a confirmation, because that's what I was getting. And then I looked at the bottom of the deck, so it gave me like a, oh, okay, yeah, that's the truth. So we have the Three of Wands that fell sideways, and the Queen of Pentacles that fell in reverse. So Three of Wands, they're going in between just wanting to like wait and give it time and just like watch you from afar, because see how like upright he's looking at those ships like from afar. And then in reverse, it would be like, yo, that shit's like coming in really quick, or choosing to completely walk away and not just wait for the ship at all. So they're like, I'm seeing like, especially with it being Three Wands, there's like three options. Okay, do I plan and just keep watching them from afar and like maybe one day, or do I take the action now and come towards them, or like put myself out there, like make this connection happen, or I completely walk away and just forever give up on this and like turn my back to the idea of this. But I'm getting with this Heart of Gold, it's going to be almost impossible to forget you. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I'm seeing that it's like, there's no way this is real. There's no way this is like the real deal understanding. Like this can't be like physical. Like it's almost like this is why they're watching from afar and like observing, because they're like, there's got to be a catch. There's got to be something wrong with this person. Like this doesn't make sense. This can't be the real deal. Like it can't be physical. There has to be something wrong. That's what I'm getting. One more on that Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, they're like, there's no way. So we have the Queen of Cups sideways and the Ace of Wands sideways. They're really like feeling it. Like they're like, and they're going in between like being excited, like, yes, I'm gonna do it with this Ace of Wands. Like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just like go for it. Like this person, like I know they're a good person, but then they go back into, I'm afraid to get hurt. And then they like stop themselves. Like they like, it's like almost like when you're about to say something that could be like, you're like, and then you like stop, and then you're like, you know what, never mind. I'm getting that. Like they're like, oh yeah. Or it could be like, I don't know, somebody that you see at the grocery store frequently, or you park in the same parking lot or something. I'm seeing like somebody waiting in their car, or maybe it's like someone at the gym. They like linger to wait till your like workout is done, or you're done grocery shopping, or like you're done like at work. They wait, they like know your schedule because they've been watching you, They know like your schedule and all of that, so like they wait to, because they're like, oh, I'm gonna do it today, I'm gonna talk to them, I'm gonna say something, like I'm just gonna see what they're about. And then they're like, "Ah, never mind." And then they just like, I'm just seeing like someone like going and hiding in the bathroom until you like leave, or they just like peel out of the parking lot, like, you know, leaving black marks, like you know, burning rubber, like just like, I gotta go, ah, shit. And it's like with this Queen of Cups, they feel, you know, it's like they trust their intuition, and they like feel like who you're about and what you're about, and then they go into like, oh no, it's probably I'm making this up, like this isn't real. And they're very intuitive, and they can like feel your energy, and they like know who you are, but they like go in between like trusting it and then not trusting it, like having this big open juicy beating warm tender heart to like scarred up cold stone heart, you know, just shriveled up and frozen. Like they go in between the two. And they want to like expose that to you, but then they're like, it's like they can't, because they're stuck in between who they were, which was this cold, like, I'm afraid to get hurt, I've been hurt before, I don't want, because, you know, they do have, I'm getting, they really do have a heart of gold. They are a very honest, caring, loving person at their core, like who they are at the core versus, you know, what they may have shown to you, or, you know, just staying far away and watching from behind. Or like, I'm getting that it may be someone that pretends to be like not interested in you, but, or like won't even look at you. You may not interact with this person very much, but they have like a huge beating juicy heart for you. And then they go back to being who they were before, because they had been hurt in the past, and that like they're like, man, I do not want to be blindsided again, I do not want to go through that shit again. And it could just be like childhood trauma, to where they've always been like distant with people and never really like let anyone in because of like how they were treated like by their parents. So we got the Sun in reverse, and it's like they have this fear of like, if you would shine a light on them. So there's some self-worth stuff here. If you were to shine a light on them, you wouldn't be happy with what you saw. Because I'm seeing that like when they first came out with like high definition like TV, and you're like, damn, like I didn't know that person was wrinkled, you know, or like, you know, you're like seeing everything, like it's very high definition, like you're seeing the pimples on their ass and stuff, when before it was like fuzzy and kind of like, you know, the good like glam shot lighting, you know, just kind of fuzzy and smooth looking. And now you're kind of starting to see like their lumps and bumps, and they're like, they have a fear that, well, what if they, you know, especially with these people being kind of like nude in the Sun card, like what if you because the Sun card in reverse is like something like being illuminated, but you don't want to see it. So like, what if they don't like that? What if they don't sorry, there was dirt. What if they're fearful that you're going to see a part of themselves, like their wrinkles, their lumps and bumps, you know, they might be like at their core, like when they're alone, they might be an extremely emotional person, especially with that Queen of Cups being there. Obviously, I never read gender. This is just an archetype, so don't get caught up on the gender. That's never a thing. A masculine can be a Queen of Cups energy, a feminine can be a King of Cups energy, that type of thing. It's just an archetype, and, you know, just an energy. But with this Queen of Cups being there sideways, it's like they might have moments where, especially with it being like in reverse, where she could be extremely emotional and like overwhelmed, like emotional overwhelm and that type of thing. And then upright, you know, she could be very nurturing and caring, and like know when the right time to express stuff and stuff like that. So they might have this like fear that because they do have a lot of feeling and emotions, they may have been told, you know, like this happened to me as a kid. Like if I ever cried, I'd be told like, y'all give you something to cry for, you know, that type of thing. So they may have been told that, or, you know, had like big emotions, and that was like really shot down and shamed. So they think that there's something wrong with them. I'm honestly getting that this person's like fucking normal, but they have been like beat down to the point that they thought like their emotions, I'm also getting, because they do like express, they find time to express certain emotions, like these really quote unquote negative emotions or something of the sort. They have a lot of that. They might but I'm finding they find it's like they're fine all day at work, and then they like get in their car, and then they like just scream and punch and cry on the way home, and then they're fine. They're really good at like releasing it when they need to release it, and they don't like take it out on people around them. Or they try to not, at least. Like, we're human, we slip up sometimes, we fuck up sometimes, but I'm getting like for the most part that they have a heart of gold. They don't want to hurt people. They also don't want to get hurt. I'm getting, so especially with like the more of what's coming out, it was like parent stuff that like they were shot down, or they had like a partner like starting pretty young, that they were shot down, like, oh yeah, why are you so emotional, like what is that, what is going on. It was an emotionally immature person and unable to be there for them with their emotions. We have the Empress in reverse. Oh my god. So it was a shitty mom. It was somebody's mom, or like their baby mom or something of the sort. But totally not nurturing, very manipulative. So especially with that Queen of Cups being sideways, with this Empress, so I'm seeing that as like the negative of both, just very manipulative, not nurturing, not accepting, just mean, cutting, cold, conditional love, just very hurtful stuff. Not an open, so they've been around some, you know, they had a mother wound from somebody that didn't have any sort of open heart space at all for them. Oh, so they find you very attractive, but because like they may have had like really this is gonna sound weird and possibly kind of creepy Freudian, but you know, I'm getting the downloads, so it's probably true, but don't take it like and worry about it. But I'm getting like they have very attractive parents, and they also like associate like attractive people with that energy. So they might have like a really hot mom or a really like hot dad, like I'm getting both, honestly. I have a feeling this is a very hot, attractive person, and they see you as that as well, but it's like they associate attractive people or like physical, like, so their mom was like very into like, I must look a certain way all the time, I must look super hot all the time, whenever. Like if like companies stayed over, they would make sure that they weren't seen before they put their makeup on, type of stuff. Or like same for the, dad, however that would look. Got to make sure that their hair is perfect and placed, and all this stuff. They don't want to ever be seen in a way that they're lumps and bumps, no makeup, hadn't brushed their teeth yet. Like they don't want to be seen as their human self. So it was always like this very superficial like family dynamic, and like they had to play into that with that role. And we have the Two of Cups, so they feel a lot, and they may have, but also because of like the parental like connection between the two, like between their parents, they have a warped, like they're fearful that they're going to attract what they witnessed with their parents, and that is going to happen to them, essentially, because I'm assuming they've had connections where that had essentially had happened. I'm getting this person may have not made the connection to understand that person came into their life, that partner came into their life to trigger them, and basically emanate what their parents were like and their issues and stuff like that, so this person could break that familial curse. This person didn't know that. This person just knows, oh shit, I attract that. I don't want to be any part of this, so I'm just going to love this person from afar. I'm absolutely enamored by them, but I don't want to be I don't want to be part of that. Like, I've attracted this before. I've seen it before. I've seen it a million times. I've seen it a million times. Like, they just kind of think they know it all because this has happened. They've witnessed it with their parents. And that's what our ego and our mind does to keep us safe. Okay, well, this has happened. We've collected data. We've witnessed it in real life, and I don't want to get hurt again. And I know that I attracted that. So I'm going to stay far away from this person. Even though I fucking love them, they're my Two of Cups and we're connected. I feel a soul tie. I feel just, not a soul tie in a bad way, because that sounds like negative sometimes, but they feel like a camaraderie. Just like we're cut from the same cloth kind of feeling. They feel that they feel a draw to you. They know you have a heart of gold, but they're afraid to get hurt. And so they're like, well, what if something's wrong with me? What if I'm witnessed, what if I fart on the date? Like that type of stuff. Like, what if I do this and they don't like me because, my mom didn't poop, she was very like, she had to wear her makeup, they're thinking about that. Like, they had very superficial parents. And then, in turn, attracted that in relationships because it needed to be healed and that familial curse needed to be broken. We have the Six of Swords in reverse and the Five of Swords after that. And I saw 21:21 on the clock there. They're genuinely afraid that they're going to keep they're not going to get out of what they've attracted, which essentially was the relationship that their parents had. And they're fearful, like, oh man, I'm attracted to this person's hot, they're cool, they're smart, they're everything that I could want, but I'm fearful that they're just on this Five of Swords energy, this win at all costs, sneakiness, shit talking, gossiping. I'm getting that in like a relationship. The Five of Swords would be like somebody that isn't willing to say like, oh yeah, I have a partner, or they talk shit about their partner to other people and like share like private information with everyone behind their partner's back. They're fearful of that because they've witnessed that and they've attracted that, and they're like afraid that they haven't moved out of this pattern. And hilariously enough, because they're fearful of that, and they're like, they are aware that they don't ever want to repeat that or have that. And that actually is going to keep them from doing that, but they have to learn that on their own. Or this might be you. This, take it how it resonates. This could be, you could be on the end of this other person, and you're fearful and, loving someone from afar. You're the secret admirer. So take it how it resonates. I wanna feel your wreckage. Let's see, Periscope. Papa Roach. All right. I wanna feel your wreckage. It's a firestorm. I'm falling like a loaded weapon in your arms. Paranoid, it might be reckless. No matter what I say, it's only gonna steal your breath and slip away. I don't wanna dive in first. You don't wanna hear these words. So they're also like worried that like their love isn't good enough. Their love isn't like, well, what if I love them and they don't love me back? Or like it's not enough for somebody that they do have a heart of gold. They want to give the world, but it's like they feel they may not have enough to give you. It's only gonna make it worse. You don't want to live that curse. You don't want to live that curse. They're fearful that they only attract, like, it's like as soon as they like you and get into a connection with you, it's gonna like turn you into a different person because that's what they've witnessed. But it's not true. It's just because, you know, their ego is telling them, well, we have to stay safe because we witnessed this before, and, you know, parents did that too. There's something wrong with us. We have that curse. It's a familial curse they're meant to break. I don't want to hear these words. My voice is all cracked up right now. Darn. I like singing that song too, but guess I won't have it today. That's okay. You're telling me to keep my hope because you've got a heart of gold, but maybe you should let me go. I'll love you through a periscope. Yeah, they feel like they're just not enough. They're like, you're just going to leave me anyway because you're going to see my wrinkles. You're going to see me, you know, my morning breath, and you're going to find out that I poop. And, and I'm scared that you're going to not like me because of these like human aspects of myself. Because of how their parents were. And, you know, they only attracted that energy after what had gone down for them. That's promising. That's very promising. 10 of Swords in reverse. Oh, they're like, well, we can just end it before it starts because we don't want to hurt each other, and I don't want to hurt you, and, you know, like, let's just avoid all the hurt. Let's just end it before it even starts. Like, that's what they're thinking. That's why they're watching you from afar. But they can't stop watching. They can't stop thinking and wondering and feeling and dreaming and fantasizing. And, you know, I'm seeing this person may like go try to be like, see you, like they may try to like, they go out of their way to go near you to even like maybe see what you smell like, or watch you, or like see if like you notice them, or like anything. Like, I'm getting, it's like, but they'll like act like they're not trying to get the attention or anything of the sort. It's just like, well, maybe if they did, we'd make eye contact and I would know, you know. It's like they're hoping like by making eye contact or going near you, they would get like some sort of epiphany or understanding, which they're very sensitive with that Queen of Cups. They're a very sensitive person. They can feel a lot, but they let their fears like cloud their intuition. We have the Four of Swords. They pray and dream about you like nobody's business. They're like, man, they're realizing you are the person they had prayed for. They manifested you. You're perfect. You're everything they want, down to like your like physical looks, what you're into, how smart you are, like what, you know, like your hobbies, that type of stuff. They're like, you are like literally made for them. It's like, you know, you're like, damn, I wish I had a person. Like, for me, like that instance would be like, I want a person that's like into music like I am, or like into vehicles and like motorcycles, trucks and stuff like that, like I am. Like, that's important to me. Like, I want to have that connection. And that person is like, you know, having that, it's like, damn, like they were fucking made for me. How the hell? And, you know, they might see like you wear a certain shirt for a band, or they see you in like a uniform for like you play volleyball or something, I don't know, but they're like, damn, that's like the person I want. Like, I dreamt of this. Like, how could this person be any more perfect? It's like, you have every interest, every quality that this person could ever want, because they have a heart of gold and they fucking manifested you. The universe is like placing you in their life to like be like, hey, it's time to break that curse, babe. You went through enough pain. You've done the inner work. You know that you took responsibility for your part in that. Now it's time to put yourself out there. And that's what, like, Most High, the universe, everybody's saying is like, their spirit team, your ancestors, their ancestors, they're all like, come on, babes, y'all are meant for each other. We orchestrated this shit. What the fuck? So they're like, this person can't pull away or stop thinking about it, because like you were literally made for them. You, like, they manifested you. They're like, man, it's making me think of the movie, I wanted to say Charmed, but I know it's not that movie. Fuck, what is it? Nah, now it just completely, it's Sandra Bullock. Oh, it's that witch movie. Here, I'll search that. Practical Magic. That's what it is. So in that movie, the chick has a curse that, if she falls in love with this good dude, and then this death beetle comes and the dude dies, like in a horrible accident, and it's like they can never be with somebody long enough, and they just like accept it. And but she wrote down, I dream of this guy who his favorite, his one eye will be green, one eye will be blue, and he likes pancakes, or I don't remember, I feel like it something like that. He likes breakfast food or something, and then his favorite symbol is a star. And she meets this dude. She meets this like detective that's like investigating like a murder and all this shit. And he's literally like everything down to the T she wrote down when she was a little girl of that thing. And that's what's happening is like you did this, like you manifested what you would want in a person, and that person is it. And same for this person. You both wrote down and be like, man, I really want a person like that's like, country, that works with their hands, or, and has strong morals and is athletic, or, they're creative, they're a team player. Like, you went down this whole ass fucking list, and they did the same fucking thing, and it's both of y'all for each other. Like, y'all are like, yep, heart of gold, honest person, cleanliness, the good hygiene, takes care of things, is a dynamic person. They're interested in a lot of different things. They're open-minded, like all this crazy shit, right? You're like, someone that has like confidence in being who they are, like being a black sheep. This person is that, but they have this like blockage. They're like, I don't want to get hurt. Like, they've like agreed to this curse, this familial curse, that it's like all like shitty, superficial relationships, and they're just terrified that that's gonna happen with you. Like, something's wrong with them, that this familial curse is gonna affect your connection. But it's like they broke it by doing the internal work and being like, okay, what am I doing wrong here? There's something I'm doing. And by taking that responsibility and being like, okay, how can I be a better person? How can I not be like my parents? How can I be like just better? That helped them heal this curse. I saw 333 on the clock. And they're getting intuitive downloads from the ascended masters. Like, they're very spiritual, they're very tapped in, but it's like, and they're aware of it. But when it comes to love and that curse, because they really just, they're a very emotional person, they're sensitive, but I'm also getting that they, like I said, they know how to be timely about it. They have mastery over themselves, but they also like know that they need to release emotions. They're very good at that. But they think it's like something wrong with them, when it's just because their parents and other people, other immature people, and they couldn't handle it, so they just said, oh, you're out of control, I can't deal with that, like there's something wrong with you. No, it was them being immature. That person is completely fine. And if this is you, there's nothing wrong with you. You're allowed to have emotions. You're allowed to get angry. You have to release that stuff, especially from like bottled up stuff, like you getting your ass whooped from crying about something as a kid, and then you learn not to cry, so you bottled all that shit in. That stuff is still stuck within you, and that needs to come out. So that's why you get mad when you're in traffic and you start road raging, because that's old stuff coming up to the surface. That's completely normal. And this person doesn't know that, and or doesn't believe it. Like, it's like I get that they're like very emotionally intelligent, and they would totally accept that in another person, like another person being like overly emotional and like having an outburst like that. They would accept it and like be there for them, but they don't see that happening for themselves. It's like, I give that, but I don't think I deserve that, because they've never experienced that for themselves. And if this is you, like, it's because you've never experienced that for yourself. You've never felt that from a person ever. And this was all divinely orchestrated, because you had to be the strong person. You are the curse breaker. You are meant to be different. You are meant for all of this. You were made for this. And we have the Strength card in reverse. And they may have been taught like certain emotions, or like having those like outbursts and like releasing emotions, letting it flow through you, which is the most healthy fucking thing to do, is weak. And that you need to bottle that in, or, and that's like, they may have not been actually told that, but it was like through action, or like getting their ass beat for like crying, that type of stuff, or feeling any sort of way, or that was because they were like, oh, well, you're being weak by having emotions. That's weak. So this person boxed it up, bottled it up, buried it deep within, and just doesn't let that out. And they avoid, relationships or whatever, because they don't want to be seen in that way, because they were told that that's bad. And and it's like, what's up with this Four of Swords? Because like, you prayed for each other. How are they experiencing that? Oh my God. They're like, oh my God, they're so perfect, but they're just gonna walk away. I might as well just walk away. They're gonna be dissatisfied with me because I'm this way. I've been told, like, it's like there's something within you is like stirring up all this like childhood wounding, and like they're hearing like the voices of their parents, like, no one's gonna love you if you act like that, or no one's gonna, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Or, just witnessing their parents like fighting, or just that cold, loveless marriage that they witnessed, or, they may have had like cold, loveless relationships, and just thinking that that was all it is. And they're like, well, it's just going to end like how all the other ones have, because, their ego is telling them, well, they've all ended this way, so it's just going to happen. We might as well stop it before anybody gets hurt. I'm afraid to get hurt because I've got a heart of gold. Three of Swords in reverse. They're like totally working on themselves. Okay, so they did have a relationship, aside from like their parents or whatever, witnessing that situation, like a romantic relationship that they are healing from and like have healed from. But okay, so they have done the healing, and because I'm getting this person is like really good at releasing emotions like at the right time. They may like let it bottled up because there's like still some of that old programming within them, but they can have these emotional time, like let it flow through them at the right time. And we have the King of Swords, so it's like they're like ready, and they've healed themselves from this, but their logic mind it's like they have the intuitive understanding that you two are made for each other and you're both like good for each other, healing, all of that. But they're like, well, I've collected the data that this has happened before, and truthfully, like, it's like they're in their head about it. Like, I know this person is different, I feel it, I sense it, but it's like them still being like, hot people hurt people. Is what I'm hearing. Like, so you're about, like, you're fucking hot, like, you're perfect for this person. Like, they find you are like the most attractive to them because not only are you physically attractive, like, you have so much depth. You're beautiful and hot, handsome inside and out. You have your energy is good and your heart is good. You have that heart of gold, and so do they. They're the perfect match for you because they're hot as fuck. They're loving. They're doing the work. They're very intelligent, like emotionally intelligent. But there's like this, oh well, like stuck in their head bullshit. Like it's like they feel they need to be. Oh my God. Okay. So with that King of Swords, I'm seeing them like sitting there, like watching you and like, okay, so like, how would I do this? Like they want to do it, but then they're like, well, what if this happens? It's like they need to have like the whole like tier graph table, all of this shit of like, okay, if this happens, I need to do this. And if they say this, then I can do this and be prepared for that. Then if this happens, then I could run away and then never see them again and change my name. You know, like all of this, it's like they have to like plan every single move out before they even like come talk to you. I get it though, because like, especially someone that had like been ostracized for being a human, like there's some deep wounding there. And you know, just being like someone with feeling and stuff like that, and they're a sensitive, like emotionally intelligent person, they feel a lot. They're very like they're empathic, they can sense other people's stuff. They're also just really smart, and like trauma will make you like really good at planning, you know, like, and have control over things because you don't want to be embarrassed again, you don't want to be hurt again. And that's what this person is doing. They're like, okay, I need to make sure like everything's on par, everything's straight. I need to make sure that I never have like body odor, like just like I need to have deodorant like here, like I can never smell bad. It's like they need to have everything planned out so they don't relive the trauma. We have the Chariot in reverse and the 10 of Wands in reverse. So like they're like trying to like over control the horses. So like over control the situation, like to the point so they don't have to get burdened again. But or they're also seeing it as like, well, if I don't go anywhere, then I don't get burdened with her again. So they're like over controlling the situation. And it's interesting because they've done a lot of healing on themselves with that 3 of Wands in reverse. But and this might be you as well, like you're ready for a commitment, like you've broke the curse, and the rest you have to do to like finish it off is like finish him, you know, complete the curse breaking is by getting into a union or just even putting yourself out there to be vulnerable with somebody and maybe even get hurt or rejected. That will break the curse. That's the end. That's it. That's all that needs to be done. Everything else is done and healed and recognized, and you took responsibility. This person took responsibility, whatever. Now it's just getting into that, putting yourself out there to where you could possibly get rejected or possibly get hurt. That will break the curse. Queen of Wands, and with that King of Swords being like where the Queen of Wands would fall directly on that, in reverse, them being in their head is making them insecure. I'm getting that this person like really isn't an insecure person. They're like confident, they're okay with being the black sheep, they're okay with being different, but this overthinking like is making them insecure about like shit that they've never been insecure about, because they're like, well shit, because you're like like everything that they could ask for. They literally fucking prayed for you with that Four of Swords. And it's like causing them to be like, well, and then that's going into that over controlling, because I'm gonna feel safe if I over control this. All right, fuck yeah. We have the Knight of Cups. Like, this person actually may come talk to you. They think about it so much. Oh, okay. So with that Ten of Wands in reverse, they're starting to realize they would feel less burdened if they just went forward and even just talked to you. So, because they're realizing how drained and worn down they are with like obsessing with you or like dreaming about you or anything of the sort. It just turned 20 on my clock there. They're like realizing how like they would feel less burdened if they just got a fucking answer. Like if they were just like, because they're like trying to understand, okay, if this happened, then this happened. What if they say this? What if they say that? They're starting to like, with that Three of Swords in reverse, they're like, okay, I don't have control over my life right now. So this Chariot in reverse, by just being in my head with that King of Swords, I'm going nowhere. I'm spinning my wheels. I'm seeing it as like, spinning your wheels on a car. Like if you're just doing Bernie's, you're going to burn out those tires. And this person's like drained and burnt out from not just going and making a damn offer and at least talking to you or like seeing what you're about. It's like they've just been in their head and like dreaming and like overthinking it, like sitting in their car in their parking lot, like waiting for you, or like, hanging out until your workout's done or something. Or you go to the coffee shop together, or like, you both work at the, you take your work to the coffee shop and like you both work on your computers. They will be like done with their shit and still hanging out. Like they won't even have anything on their screen or anything, and they'll pretend like they're working and they're just dreaming about you and like watching you and being like, all right, should I talk to them? Should I do this? Like, what if they say this? Would it be weird if I like, what if I interrupt them, or what if they get mad? There's just this like, they need to know the answer to everything, and they're realizing, hopefully they come to realize, I'm seeing it with that Knight of Cups for sure, that they're coming to realize like they will be less burdened if they just freaking say something. And this is, if this is for you, you will be less burdened if you just go say something and go forward and break the end of this curse, because you're still hanging on to that curse by overthinking it and not doing anything and putting yourself forward, putting yourself out there. You're still allowing it to control you. And that burden will be released and let off if you just go do the damn thing. Knight of Swords in reverse. Oh man, let me get one more on that actually. I'm gonna get one of these before I say anything, because I get it, like that's like the most reckless, quick, impulsive Knight in reverse. So oh shit, okay, one more. Ooh, oh my goodness, there may have been because we have the Gossip came out, and with codependency and I admire you, they've been told that they're like, because of the way they love, that they're codependent, or they're like, I'm seeing that Gossip as like, it's just shit that isn't true, being that they were told about themselves. oh, they're codependent. If you like somebody, you're codependent. If you love them, if you admire them, if you feel real emotions for them, like you're codependent. Like just because they were like influenced by really immature people. You know, they may have been grown ass adults, but they didn't think like it, like at all. And yeah, I'm just getting like even like 60-year-old dudes that are like still acting like high schoolers, like have that mentality. And they were telling this person, you know, and it could have been a chick, whatever, take it how it resonates. Um, but I just got the image of like a 6-year-old guy, like 60-year-old man, like acting like a teenager, like fuck bitches, get money, like, you know, just that type of like energy, like women will all hurt you, like just this weird blanket statements like all women are whores, like they just want you for your money and your dick, and like they're just all gonna leave you and cheat on you when you work hard and all that, so don't get invested, don't expect anything, like weird stuff like that. So and it's like they're stuck between like what they've been told that like, oh, I'm codependent because I like somebody, and then like actually feeling their feelings. So that might be this Knight of Swords. That really didn't answer the Knight of Swords question exactly, but we got further on what they got going on. Oh, okay. So the Knight of Swords in reverse is that immature thoughts. Like, so because we have the Three of Pentacles sideways, they're like stuck between like, okay, I admire you, but I'm codependent for liking you. So it's like they're at this like crossroads of like, okay, it's like this immature way of thinking that was impregnated in them by just everyone around them, their elders, you know, that type of thing. That, oh, well, if you really actually work with somebody, then you're, you know, you're just gonna hurt yourself and you're just gonna lose everything. Like, no one has your best interest in mind. These like huge blanket statements, like I'm really getting that. It's like, no one, you can't trust anybody, and you know, just stuff like that. That's what they're saying. And with my throat getting kind of funky, these people must not like that. And I'm feel that's the truth, because like I'm definitely getting that there's like they're like stuck between like choosing to think more maturely and like not have those thoughts, but it's so embedded in them. And they don't like me saying that. All right, anything else? And we have the learn. We have the Seven of Pentacles and learn at the bottom of the deck. Oh, that's upside down. They're learning that about themselves, that this is like part of them. Ooh, and we have all talk underneath that. They're realizing that this gossip, this, you know, it's all talk. It's not the truth. These blanket statements, it was just some bullshit that, you know, a hurt person was just trying to keep their heart safe. And this person is realizing, or will, you know, wherever they're at in this, or did, you know, it could be past, present, future energy, wherever they are on this timeline, this person's realizing that they were just a hurt person. They weren't emotionally intelligent, that they got this information from, that they were codependent, you know, that type of thing. It was just bullshit. It was all talk. Ooh, they're like thinking about this to the point that they're like exhausting themselves and like draining their energy with that yawn. They're realizing that this person was just a hurt person, and that too, I'm afraid to get hurt. They're seeing that that's the cycle. That's the familial curse, if you will. That's just, and they're starting to realize like, oh shit, I am repeating exactly what they did. And this is why. Ooh, so they are stepping into this energy, heart over mind. They're gonna come into this, like, you know, however long it takes, you know, it could be quick, it could be slow, whatever. You know, that Seven of Pentacles is, you know, letting it fruit before you know, get ripe before you pull the fruit off the tree. But they're stepping into that heart over mind energy because they're realizing that person that they took advice from didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. They were, you know, acting out of their own wounding because they were afraid to get hurt too. Yeah, you may not even like know this person. You may like see them, but you're like, okay. Or, you know, you have interacted with this person, but there was never any sort of physical, obvious, like, I'm into you, other than maybe you've caught them like looking at you and they're like, oh. That would be like the only thing I'm seeing, because this person has been very good at like watching you from afar and like observing you, and like maybe they've learned about you by like walking by and just like quick little like small talk, but they just know intuitively and just from like what they've witnessed physically that you're like made for them. Like you are their prayers answered, you know? Oh my God, what did I say? They observe the shit out of you. Yo, they are so fucking stalker for your ass. They have all eyes on you and observe. All they do is watch. Because you were made for them, and vice versa. Like both of you manifested each other. Like you're the perfect match. You are everything that they want, and vice versa. Oh my God. I sabotage out of fear. What was I saying? They're realizing I'm afraid to get hurt. I'm sabotaging out of fear. They're also realizing these elders, these people that they, you know, it could have been just friends they looked up to, older brother, whatever, older sister. These people, they may have been more mature physically, but not emotionally. And they're realizing that they too were sabotaging their own life and hurting themselves and causing their own hurt and cold, you know, keeping themselves out of these like perfect, amazing, beautiful, like connections because, they had been hurt or they were afraid to be hurt. I sabotage out of fear. That's what that person's doing. And, I think this person's coming in like to recognize this is what's happening, or if this is you, you're recognizing it. And you know, I'm not saying this is gonna be, it's not gonna be. This just confirmed what I was about to say. With the stay low key, this isn't gonna be like a hot, like night and day, like 180 switch, because there's like a ton of programming that needs to be undone. And I think that's what this person has been doing while like watching you like this whole time, because they know deep down like you're everything. And they're learning that heart over mind mentality, or like living existence, but they're having to undo and fight all of these like fear programming, like the fearful thinking, just shit that's been like put on them. But they're gonna stay low key, and you know, when they do come forward, it's gonna be like, it's not gonna be like, you're the love of my life, you know, it's gonna be like, hey, you're cool, you know, like it's gonna be like something super chill. Like it's not gonna be, oh, and they're gonna be I get that this person's a really good listener. And this is advice for you also to be a really good listener to them, because they may have been the type of person that the other people, the past relationships or something of the sort, the person just like would buffalo them anytime there was a conversation. They would just like run over them, like stampede them with words. Like, I'm getting that this person would just talk over them and like make them feel like their voice wasn't important or what they had to say was important. Even if like that person already knew what they were going to say, this person like needs someone to like be present and listen to them because they have like a wound with that. Yeah, and that also happened to them as a child. So like that their parents probably never listened to them, or like if they went to go tell a story, the parents would be like disinterested and then just start talking to each other and like ignore the kid. So there's like a wounding there, and that's like you're being asked to like listen to that person and be present with them and be like, this is really important. I want to listen. Yeah, tell me everything. They need that. And that's just advice. Like, I mean, do what you want, but that person needs that. And it's just nice to do, right? Yo, this person, like, commitment, baby. They want it. They seriously want it. Ooh, they're listening to their like inner child before all the programming and wounding. So they're doing the like inner child work too. And they're realizing that this commitment is something that they actually want. What else on that commitment? Oh my God. One more. There may have been some prejudice because we have Burn the Witch here. That also kept them back, which I'm getting like, once again, those blanket statements, all women, all men are this, you know, like they were holding on to some sort of like, I'm getting like, I keep getting that like it's like all hot chicks, all hot dudes are like trash, and they're like, that's what they're thinking because it's like programmed in them, that like this blanket statement of like, oh, if somebody's hot, then they're just gonna backstab you and cheat on you because they're gonna spread it around, like it just weird like stuff like that. So that's why they may have had this like prejudice against you, like, oh well, this is just a hot person and they just think they're the shit and they're gonna think they're hotter than me, and like just going like further and further down, like just to talk them out of themselves out of like being in love with you. And we have Trust and Show Me. So they want to trust, they want to have like trust, they want to like show you that they can be trustworthy. They're like, because they have been like with the All Eyes on You and Observe both coming out, they've witnessed that you're a trustworthy person because you've shown it to them. You don't even fucking know this person. Some of you don't. Like, you wouldn't know, or like you don't even really know much about them, or like expect anything from them. But they're or like even see it in that way, like you might know them, but it's just like you might have had an inkling, or like, yeah, I think that person has a crush on me, but like they're not saying anything, so I don't know, maybe they just think I'm hot or something. Like, you're just like, oh, okay, like people stare at me all the time, so it's like, what's new? But by them like watching you, they've gained, like, you've earned their trust. It's like a feral cat like coming to lay on your lap. They're like, okay, you're cool, like I'm not scared of you, like I've been watching you for a long time up on top of the roof, you know, whatever. So you've shown that you're a trustworthy person, and that they just had this like preconceived judgments that were like embedded in them from their family and their upbringing, the friends, you know, whatever, or just like past interactions. Okay, no shit. So we have City Boy, City Girl, and we have Fuck Around and Find Out. This person is going to, the day that they choose to finally come forward, they're going to be like feeling themselves. They're going to be smelling good. They're going to be looking good. They're going to have their favorite clothes on that make them feel like hot. And they're going to fuck around and find out. Like, because with that City Boy, like this card, like this makes me think of like, you know, just getting like real fresh, like looking real good. and then they're like ready to fuck around and find out. They're ready to like just come talk to you, even if like it literally may just be like, hey, I think you're cool. Like that's big for them because of all the shit that they've been undoing. So like that, they're gonna fuck around and find out. And me, like I said, it's gonna be low key. It's not gonna be like, I'm in love with you, I've been watching you. You know, they're not gonna admit that. They're not gonna be all hot and heavy like that. It's gonna be like, hey, I just think you're really cool. Like, I want to talk to you or something of the sort. Like, but they're gonna fuck around and find out. They're gonna like go into this and like it may be like them asking you out or like just saying, hey, we should talk, or like here's my number or something of the sort. Or you know, what do you got going on this Friday, that type of thing. But they're gonna be like in just to the dress to the nines, you know, like the just feeling themselves, like they may have put their favorite perfume or cologne on. You know, wear their hair a certain way that makes them feel attractive. Like they're planning this, especially with that King of Swords. They're like planning this to like just look the freshest they can. They have like a favorite thing that makes them. I see 2020 on the clock. They're seeing things clearly now, and they're like, okay, this is what I have to do. It's a confidence thing. So I'm going to wear all of my favorite clothes. I'm going to listen to my favorite song that gives me confidence right before I go talk to this person. I'm going to hype myself up. They're like having like positive self-talk. They're looking in the mirror like you're worthy. They're, you know, they're doing all this stuff to go talk to you. They're wanting to fuck around and find out. Like they're like hyping themselves up. It's like, you know, they want to take the leap of faith and like break the curse. They want to have a different life. This person is very emotionally mature. Like they're capable of doing self-reflection and understanding and taking responsibility for themselves. But it's just like this wounding of like, I don't want to be hurt, that pushed them to sabotage out of fear. Like, you know, and they were being emotionally immature in that way. Of course, I'm not saying they're full. None of us are fully emotionally mature. We all have lots of growing to do. It never stops. But some are more mature than others. And they're willing to fuck around and find out. They're willing to take a leap because they know if they don't make a move towards any of this, they're still just going to be burdened and stressed, lonely. The yes card came out. Confirmation that is what needs to happen. They're going to say yes to happiness. Yes, I get this person, because what I was about to say before this card popped out is this person is a very loving, caring, heart of gold person. They love hard. They care hard. They feel a lot. And they're ride or fucking die. And with that yes card popping out, that is confirmation. Like this person, ooh, bitch, I split it and we have insecure and withdrawn parents or other family. Yes, so they're realizing that they have insecurities from their upbringing, and they can't have these blanket statements like burn the witch kind of shit and just assume that all women or men or bitches and assholes, like they can't do these blanket statements because it's not true. They're realizing by watching you that you earn their trust, that not all people are shitty with their obsessive watching and stalking, loving you through a periscope. They learned that you are a trustworthy person. You showed them that, whether you know it or not. You're just existing. And they may have subconsciously and consciously, I'm getting both of these people, like either one or the other kind of thing, or maybe a little bit of both. They like wanted to observe this to make sure that you're like safe. And this is maybe how they have learned that people are, oh my God, I say toxic and there's the fucking card that people are shitty or toxic. And once again, we have withdrawn parents or family. When I split the deck, You do make them nervous because like you're someone that they actually really are attracted to. Yeah, with their stalking and all of that, like you showed them that not all people, like not all, like, you know, women are witches. Everybody's a witch, burn them all. That there are trustworthy and good-hearted golden souls out there. There are good people out there with genuine hearts and genuine intentions, and this is because they've been watching you. I have goosebumps all over my body. Confirmation. And I felt like a little emotional there. Like they may get like kind of choked up like from watching you and like all the data they collected with that King of Swords. Like it's like they're like, you've like opened up a part of themselves that that hasn't been opened before. Like they're like, you know, I don't know if you've experienced this, but this has happened to me when somebody is such a great singer or I don't know, skilled at something like of the arts, like it pulls like that emotion out of you. Like they're such a good singer that they can pull that, like you get a little teary-eyed and like goosebumps, and like you were rendered speechless from their skill and their ability to like express that art in that way. You did that for them. You're like a piece of art to this person. You're you evoke, it's like them looking at a statue, because we have this dude's making a statue right there. You're a piece of art to this person, and you evoke something within them they've never experienced before. I have 11115 ones on there. You're a wish fulfillment. You're giving them hope that you can trust people, and these blanket statements that they were taught and told and ingrained with aren't true. And you're like completely changed their life just by watching you, by stalking you. I'm not seeing it in a scary way. So this, if you have a real stalker, creepy person, they're karmic. This person isn't giving karmic vibes. This is just like someone that's really fucking scared, and like they learned to observe people from afar to see if they're safe. And most of them have been toxic. You have shown that not all people are the same. We have money wound and level up. So this person may have also had some insecurities about money. Maybe they just had a lot of debt, or they went through like a hard time, or I'm getting also like just how we all have been through karmic relationships that just depleted us from all, you know, physically, financially, emotionally. You know, I'm getting that this person probably, you know, just as we all have experienced the narcissistic hell, financial abuse, that type of stuff, that may have happened, or they got talked into like a bad investment or something. I'm just kind of getting more, it was like financial abuse, or like pressured by like a partner or something, and they're such a ride or die loving person that they like didn't really question it, and they just give in freely, and they're so generous because they have that heart of gold, and they went into that, they got into like a financial blind. We have I get so excited and I need you. So they're feeling excited about coming forward, about fucking around and finding out. It's just like getting past that like fear, and they're understanding like this is like how the story is like going out. So like this is, you know, the timeline crunched up, but you know, it may take long between these events and understandings. So take it how it resonates. But this is, you know, just the concentrated, like sped up timeline of this. Just to be clear. They learned control issues from their dad, or they just had a very controlling father. But this person is excited to come forward. They're because like because they've watched you and they know that they can trust you, and they're like, wow, okay, like, oh my God, what is that gonna feel like? I've never experienced that before. But then there's like that fear that of like, oh, I've never experienced that before. What is it like? Oh no. It's like this excitement, but it's like overwhelm. Like I'm getting like when a dog is so happy they like pee. I'm getting that. Like this person is so excited, they're overwhelmed to where they're um like it's almost like it's so like happy it like hurts. That's the best way I can describe it, the sensation I'm feeling. And it's like I'm so happy, I'm so excited, but it hurts. Like, oh, it's like something they have never experienced. Like you as you keep getting like older and experience more different things, like where you have like more complex feelings and emotions, that's what it is. Like they're getting it's a more complex feeling that they're experiencing and they've never experienced it before, so it's like overwhelming for them. Oh my God, express it. They're gonna do it. Yo, they're gonna do it. They're like, just fucking do it already. Just fucking do it. Come on, pussy. Like, they're just hyping themselves off. You have to do it. You are worthy. They're just like, they may go buy an outfit. I'm getting some of them may go like shopping and like buy new perfume, cologne. Like, they may get like a whole fit to do this. Like, it is an event. Like, they are like treating this like a job interview or something. Like, this is seriously important to them. So like they're hyping themselves up. They may go buy some new shoes, new pants, shirt, the whole bit. They may go buy a whole ass new outfit. Like they're this is like all planned, orchestrated. With that King of Swords, like that, he's a good planner. He plans things out. He has to know all the details and all of that. This person is going to that extreme. Or if they didn't buy a new outfit, it's like it is all planned. Like everything down to the underwear and the socks they're wearing and the freaking toothpaste they brush their teeth with. It's all planned. It was all intentional because they knew that they needed to be on their fucking A game. And I'm seeing it as like, I've known like hockey players and stuff like that before a game, they always make sure that it's like a superstition where you have to like, if you always and you have a good game and you put your right sock on first, like you don't switch it up. Like, this is that person like doing those weird like pre-game rituals of like, oh, well, before a game I always have like a V8 and some, I don't know, a sandwich, whatever. Like that's what they're a pastrami sandwich, like that's what I have before every game, like whatever, like whatever it is, like it's just that specific that they're like doing their pre-game ritual to make sure that they like win the game. Like they're like, all right, what did I do that day that we won by a landslide? Yeah, that's what they're like, going back to like, okay, what has happened? Okay, I had a really good job interview, I got the job that I want, make a ton of money now, whatever. What did I do that day? They're like going back and collecting all this data with that King of Swords energy and like pre-game ritual, like to the T. Like this, like I said, they may buy a whole ass new outfit. They're gonna be like, I got out of the left side of the bed that morning, like all of this stuff, like superstitious, like as crazy, like left leg first in the pants, right sock on first, left shoe on first. Like that, to that extreme, they're gonna be very mindful and particular and intentional, because this person is very spiritual. This person is on that journey. They understand that what intent does. We have bad investment coming out. I'm gonna get one more, but that's kind of more just telling me that this is from like their money wound and whatever's happening with that. Ooh, bad investment, father. So, they're realizing that listening to their dad or their parents or whatever was a bad investment. And this is why they're coming in with their fucking A game, like their pre-game ritual, like I am winning this, this game freaking 50-0, baby. Like they ain't even gonna be able to score on me. Like my demons will not have a fucking chance. Like no fear on this bitch. Like that's just what I'm seeing. Because they're understanding that listening to their parents and whatever shitty bad advice that was given to them, it kept them away from happiness. And they're realizing their father, or mother or whatever, is a miserable fucking person. They're miserable and they wasted their life living like that, and they don't want to live like that. They don't want to be like that, and they're like sick to their stomach because I'm getting like ugh, like I can't believe that. It's disgust. That's what they're feeling, disgust. They're like, damn. They're embarrassed at themselves for taking that advice. I mean, but they can't beat themselves up for that. And they're also like disgusted that like somebody would tell somebody else to like, they're realizing that this person is so miserable that they want them miserable too. Your intensity scares me. So if you're like a really intense person, you're very honest, outspoken, that type of thing, that this person is kind of like shit. Like you are literally everything they want, but because you are literally everything they want, it's fucking terrifying. They're like, I didn't know that existed. Shit. Fuck. Like the other day, like just recently, I found out those little vacuum robots have like really good floor mopping abilities. Like they like clean themselves, clean the little mop pads and everything, and like wash them, and it tells you and it knows if the floor is too dirty to like. I learned that recently and I was like, bitch, I don't even know that was a thing. Damn, like that's what I'm getting, is this person is like, I didn't know that was real. They make that, like that's what they're saying about you. They make that. They're just like astonished, like, what? That's a real thing? You're intelligent and safe. You're everything. That's real? They make that? What? Like, I don't know, like finding out when they first made like those peanut butter Oreos, they make that? Like, what? I've been praying for this. Like, I'm just like, that's beautiful. I love that. I imagine my life with you at the bottom of the deck. My voice is all cracky. Oh, you make them feel like they're young again, like they're a teenager again, like crushing on somebody. They get all nervous and like they daydream. They may not be like a person that like daydreams like about a lot of people, because they're like, yeah, no one, I can't trust anyone or anything, and they just daydream all the time about you. Watch you from afar, stalk the shit out of you. Oh shit. And we have I imagine my life with you, Daddy, and Divine Feminine. So they see you as like a divine being. This could be your Divine Feminine, or they see you as Divine Feminine. This is your match, and like this is causing this person to get into daddy mode, like to take control of their life and just be. I'm seeing that as like how do I describe that? Being the mentor they never had, essentially, and taking their own advice. They're learning that they needed to listen to their own inner compass and follow that instead of these other people. And they're working on their money, because I'm definitely getting like they had a really bad investment somewhere with money. Or were like in a financial abuse situation, or were used, or you know, just the karmic depleted them because they hung around too long with the low vibrational lack mindset karmic people. So oh my god, bitch, right underneath that, I feed on your energy. Yeah, the reason why you that person didn't have money, or if this is you, the reason why you didn't have money, and it was just like you were in a bad financial situation, is because you were allowing this karmic to siphon your energy, and that was draining your resources on all levels. Stay on that grind, so that person's doing all the right stuff. They're getting their money right, and you're getting your money right, and they're also doing the spiritual work. So it's gonna, yeah, they were belittled at home. I'm getting with that past relationship, and they're realizing that there are good people out there that don't, I see no here, with I don't want to do the work. They're realizing that you're a person that wants to do the work, and that their karmic, their family and their karmic partners were just like toxic. They didn't want to do the work. They belittled them. They kept them small. They drained their resources, their energy, their life force. And they're saying no to all of that and realizing that I'm not going to tolerate anything less than somebody actually willing to do the work and like do the hardcore spiritual work on themselves. Once again, I get so excited. So they're just fucking hyped. Like, they're really gonna be on their A game that first day. Like, it, you may not like even like notice it, or like, but it might just be their own thing. They might have a, you know, a lucky bracelet or a lucky necklace that they, you know, they coined lucky or whatever. Like, they're going all the way out. I'm getting someone has a lucky pair of underwear. And this is just to bring their A game and have like their confidence, like, so they like win 50-0, you know. There's no like, they want to win by a landslide, even if it like to you it's like them just being like, hey, I think you're cool. To them, that's a really big step, because of like all the shit that they undid and overcame with the programming. All right, babies, I hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful night. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your donations. Thank you for commenting, liking, subscribing, all of that fun stuff, and being here doing the hardcore work with us. I really appreciate you. Thank you for raising in vibration with all of us. Love you. Bye.